G'day, my name's Wilfred West from Locksport, Victoria, Australia. Today's date is 11th of the 9th 2015 and it's 5 to 9 in the morning. Now before I go make a video of the surf beach, which I do every day, I'd like to talk about the refugees from Syria, or actually say from Europe now really, and what Tony Abbott wants to do. Now the first question, I've been looking at the news and stuff like that, and you're seeing conflicting views, right? You're seeing conflicting things like, first of all they said it's going to be like 800 here in Victoria, 800 here in New South Wales that they can take in and so forth. I'll get to that in a minute, but first of all, the first question I have to ask the Liberal Party is exactly what figure, how many we're going to take and give permanent residency. That's the first question. Is it 1,200? Or is it 12,000? There's a lot of difference in there. Okay, it's the first question you've got to ask Tony Abbott. The second question you have to ask is when are they going to be coming in here, and how many per month or per week, or how you like to figure that out. The third question then you have to ask is every state going to take a fair share of these people? I.e., like, one of the things all I saw was New South Wales, Victoria, I think Western Australia, South Australia and Tasmania were the only states going to take some people. Now, I think, my personal opinion on this one, I think they should be divided between all states and territories. So Canberra, Northern Territory, Queensland and so forth should all take a fixed amount of people. Okay? That's my personal opinion there. And there's another question I do have, number 4 we have to ask, is the 44 million. Where did that figure come from? Okay? Why 44 million? Why not 40 million or 50 million or 45 million? That's another question I'm asking as well. And then you got the 5th question. Another thing we have to ask also is the deal with Cambodia. They were going to give them 40 million in aid, plus 15 million to look after the about 50 people in the concentration camps. I don't look at them as refugee camps. I call them concentration camps because we've got these people in these camps. Yes, they travelled illegally here by boat, and yes, they pay people smugglers. I agree with not encouraging people smugglers, but I've got to find a way to how to clear those people out first of those camps, to eliminate so we don't have any offshore processing facilities open. Okay, so once that's removed, you can say, okay, you still can, and what you do is anybody who does travel here by boat, simply put them on a plane and ship them back to the country of origin or where they came from. That's my personal opinion there. Okay, so Tony Abbott has to do something about that, but he has to explain to us why we're giving that foreign country $15 million to house these refugees. Okay, yeah, because I had some other thoughts about it. I was going to do that, and also this free trade agreement with China, Tony Abbott. If you do not remove anything that could affect Australian workers, like i.e. they can allow to bring in their own workers, right? They have to have Australian preferences first before they can even think about bringing in their own workers. Okay, if you do not remove that, then I will support Labor and I'll support anybody else that will vote against that. Okay, and remove it from that Chinese free trade agreement, or removed away. Okay, because as a perfect example, there was something on Channel 2. Now these Chinese, multi-billionaires or multi-millionaires, they wanted to buy cattle, right? They wanted to set up their own business. I want to buy the cattle where they're growing and stuff like that, and where they're fed. Then they want to buy the slaughterhouse, right? Then they want to buy the docks, and they also probably want the transport as well. And on top of all that, they want to bring in 5,000 of their own workers. And I'm sorry, Tony Abbott, but that is not Australian. Okay, that's first of all. If you allow something like this to happen, you're selling Australians down the toilet. Okay, and you deserve to lose the next election. The whole Liberals deserve, regardless of who's in power. Like, I'd prefer Malcolm Turnbull over you any day of the week, right? But I would still vote against them because of what the Liberals have done and they're doing to the Australian people. Okay, the Australian people have to stand up, see, right, the shit through the roses, so to speak. Okay, and your philosophies are not helping the Australian people, the lowest of the low or the middle class people. You only look after yourself and the rich. Simple as that. And I'm not. And anybody questioning me, I know it's true. You know it's true. Well, put it this way: the rich can't. By our treasurer, the poor can't afford to have cars, and if they could afford to have cars, they wouldn't drive very far. That will never be forgotten. Okay, you make gaps like that will never be forgotten. Right? Because people like me will vote against people like you who say things like that. You're here to look after the Australian. You're being in power to look after Australia and Australians' views, right? The Australian people. You have to do that. Now, I'm against. Okay, I'm going to say this. I don't think gay marriage is right. That's my personal opinion. But you have to follow the laws of the land like you're in. Like over in America, that Christian woman is in a job that required her to sign off on gay people, marriage and stuff like that. Now, I might not agree with that as a person itself, but even in the Bible, it says you have to follow the laws of the land you're in. And the law of the land she's in, right, states that the gay people can marry. So, to me, as far as I can see, she's no hero. Right? She'd stand up for her faith, so what? But she's failed her faith and failed her Bible by not following it. By not following 100%. So, as far as I'm concerned, yeah, that's fair enough. That's my opinion on a lot of different subjects today. I only really want to talk about the refugees and that. I have no problem helping people out and so forth. And yeah, they should be resettled in Australia, and it's good on you giving them permanent residency. But as Labor said, I would have made it 20,000 people, right, every year, right, give them permanent residency in Australia from these places. Because look, at Germany, for instance, they're going to take 1 million people in there. Okay, 1 million people. They have 800,000 so far across their borders this year. Now that's one country, and that's so tiny compared to Australia. And you are quarrelling over a few thousand people, right? Because first of all, you said, oh, you weren't going to take anybody in. Then you said, oh, well, we're going to take some people in, but it's not going to affect our quota. But on top of that, you actually reduced the Labor's intake of refugees. They had 20,000 people. You reduced that down, I think, was it 18,000 or something like that, or 17,000. I don't know exact figures, but your Liberals reduced that. Okay, and then you said all this, and then you turned around and backflipped again. Right? You're saying some boy in the water was the cause of all this. How about the other hundreds of thousands of people who have lost their lives trying to travel across to Europe? Right, where boatloads of 800 people, could be women, children, whole families sink and they all die. Now, I'm sorry, Tony Abbott, you have been lying to us for a long time, and it's about time you start speaking the truth and stop lying to us. Okay, we're not fools, right? The only fool is you, because we allowed you to run this country. And you're not doing a very good job, okay? I stand here as one Australian who was born in this country who says to you, you are not doing a good job as our Prime Minister. My name's Wilfred West from Locksport, Victoria, Australia, signing off. Thank you for watching my videos, and all comments are welcome. I hope you liked this video, and just so please subscribe and leave any messages and thoughts on what you would like me to speak of next. Thank you for watching.